Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Roulette Freestyle, this time between MattySpice and Phanium, still in round 1 of course, and day 1. And match number 3 and co-caster number 3, welcome ChrisX3.
Hello everyone. Hopefully MattySpice can stay alive for the duration of the match.
Yeah, people are trying to stay awake. We hope MattySpice tries to stay live. Not alive, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should delay right now because he's repeatedly going offline on my end.
Yeah, it's not the most stable, but when he's live it's interesting because he's quite in a... Well, I guess there's not much we can say from a freeze frame, but looks decent stream-wise, and Phanium is the one with more stream issues. But...
Okay, well now Matty is now 3 seconds before the spin, asked me for a delay, so...
Nice. It is the biggest upside of not having the timer, is that there is no last second heart attack to see the timer being extended. So we will just
I'll give him 3 minutes.
Wait a bit, yeah, that seems fair. This match better not last 4 hours, although we have had some crazy games so far. I guess a very short recap of the first day, spoilers ahead, is...
Whoa. Hold on, I gotta mute my co-caster real quick.
Yeah, let's just have someone to take this over, but we have 3 matches on this first day, and we can also talk about the format real quickly, but we have had ChrisX3 win the opening match against Zerun, 3-1, which probably 4-0 if the game was a bit more cooperative, but luckily...
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, at least we got a very nice Santa Fortuna play out of it. And then the future matches also had some amazing clutches. Linux Penguin winning 3-0, and then Chrome beating Rocky with the same margin, 2 sweeps, but I would honestly recommend to watch back some of the happenings in those on those maps. I think sometimes just sheer chaos and ridiculousness of the game makes it so exciting to watch. Not to, like... Of course it takes a bit for the players and some restarts and pain, but I think the matches have been some good watch, and hopefully a close one today as well.
We've got, I guess I can go ahead and read out the list of maps we're playing. Obviously starting here on Paris, and then we're moving on to Marrakesh, Santa Fortuna, Haven Island, and Berlin are all of the possible maps here. First to 2.5.
Yeah, point system is made particularly, or I guess the consequence of this half point is only intentional, is to guarantee 3 maps, but then also wrap up the match in 5. And we would get to a no time limit decider in Berlin if the score is 2-2 after 4 maps. Starting in season 1 with 2 decently quick maps, and then going to the big 5 of season 2, and there's the first spin. Would you like to read it out, Chris?
I can. It is going to be Battle Axe, Melee or Throne as the security guard, and Injected Poison as the palace staff. So I'm glad that actually did send.
Always a scare before the first spin, but adminning has been great so far. Hoping for a smooth one here as well. Feeling really quick on the load, and it is fairly straightforward, so probably going to see Tech Crew here. Don't really think there is a much better alternative.
Yeah, Tech Crew is, of course, the start on Paris, and of course you're usually a lot more likely to go for, if at least if you have the choice like you do here, you're probably going to want to go for a live kill on Dahlia rather than Victor. Usually Victor is the one you're going to KO first, so that might be what we see here. But looks like Matty's going to be attic start here at the beginning.
This is a good way to get the security guard. Not that it's a very hard disguise, but always good to get one of the 4 requirements out of the way, and also the Seeker, which doesn't hit the first try, it's a bit too low. The second one is also a bit too low, and it's double miss and restart.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The first one is annoying enough, given that it means that Kurt will follow him into the bathroom, but then a second one there, it leaves him out of darts at that point.
Oh, Phanium getting a really spicy floor hack. It was the stylist area apparently noticing this. It wasn't... I guess the one alternative is that the security room saw it through the camera, but it was too instant. I think it was...
Yeah.
It was compromised.
Another restart from Matty as well. He keeps aiming too. He's aiming sort of at like the lower torso area on Victor, and just from that angle, it's not gonna arc well enough. You gotta aim sort of closer to his head there.
Yeah, hopefully finds it soon. Phanium with another restart, getting caught by the camera with the gun in his hand.
Early at least. And so yeah, melee kill on the security guard disguise. I'm wondering if Matty wants to try to go down for the battle axe. Will be enforced by Kurt if he doesn't end up sending Kurt to the bathroom, so it'll be a little harder for him to get downstairs, but obviously he has the option to just, knock him out. It is any, and then come back later, but might be a little bit more annoying for the second kill.
So the Seeker shot was sent very towards the bottom, I guess, even halfway down there, and yeah, he goes to a bathroom and also gets caught by Kurt, so Matty might just wait it out and see where Victor would go, but because of the suspicion it might not even move him anymore, but he at least found the battle axe, so...
Seems like Phanium's headed downstairs. I assume probably going to try and grab security and the battle axe at the same time here. That'll give him pretty much a straight shot up back to Victor. Palace staff, probably your best options are the guy next to the kitchen, or of course there's the free one that's downstairs on the other side.
Yeah, two main options, not too difficult either. What is difficult is this getting this K on the guard.
Yeah.
Gets it down.
Another rip on the seeker shots as well.
Yeah, unfortunate for Matty, just one very specific thing that, of course, always the darts always have the arc, but it's like even more cruel when you are already aiming downwards. And
Phanium, he gets wrecked by the roaming guards, and now he wants to come into the Sheik's room. Personally, I've never ripped that guy before. I've heard somebody say that you can, but I've never had an issue just running right past him.
I've seen it happen. Might even be a tournament after R7, so it's not that many options. So I guess we'll see how rare it is, but yeah, not too frequent, but not unlikely either. And Matty gets the seeker shot, and that was before Victor taking a step, so Kurt will not be following.
And Phanium, that's a rip. Phanium looked like he's probably going to be headed down for his palace staff, and then just a quick fireworks lure for Dahlia should get him out of there with no issues.
Yeah, not going for the free one, but instead of the one that is carried by the NPC, just a simple lure into this room. Mirrors do exist, but not most difficult thing here.
Yeah, and that guy should be fine in that bathroom forever.
And the fireworks already triggered. It is just a run to the pipe, climbing up there, and no likelihood it will be a simple isolation. He even shoots the pillar to get the guard down and making Dahlia completely isolated there.
Very nice. 2 kills down there.
More live kills mean more GRB opportunities, and no issues this time, and Phanium gets the second kill.
Ooh.
Will be trespassing, but is opting for distraction shots. Exactly 1 shot on the cicada. No one else is looking to the helicopter, so that will be a Phanium finish and a first Phanium point of the match.
I guess that fun little noise in my ear means that he has pressed done, and I cannot see MattySpice being able to get that Dahlia kill in the amount of time needed within the photo finish window, so I've sent that through. It's a 5-star finish for Phanium there.
Map 1 down, and Phanium taking the lead.
Head over to Marrakesh.
We've seen enough Sapienzas this evening, so don't mind to check a new map. It's a 15 map pool, if I know correctly, because 18 is the Roulette trilogy, but we don't have the 1 target maps, New York and Dartmoor, and Hokkaido doesn't work with the unique kill condition list for Eric Soders. Or it would work, but we would probably have double firearm spins most of the time.
This looks legal to me. I think Crudy said that illegal kills were out, but I want to double check to make sure. Even if it seems obvious to me that we're following the guidelines here.
Yeah, good call. The Marrakesh banned conditions are drowning, electrocution, and falling object only. Now I
That
don't.
would mean
Yeah.
good to go here.
Now I don't exactly know what would happen with the remote trap disguises. Those weren't specified, and I was just wondering about it during the day. I
suppose based on kills like sniper rifle on Miami being banned, I would think that would probably be blanket banned as well, just because it kind of feels like an obvious raise a kill at that point if you get something like prisoner.
Yeah, for prisoner for sure. And I think that's the only remote trap disguise which is only specified for 1 target, and then the others would be the Stalker in Bangkok, the Suit Scarecrow for... Oh, that's not the case anymore. It's not in F7 FC. So then to Season 2, it would be the burial ropes and the Knight's Armor. No, the burial... Why am I talking? It's kind of 1 a.m. here, but the Knight Armor is the remote one.
Hopefully no Knight Armor in this spin, but yeah, Marrakesh, one of my all-time favorites for roulette at least. I'm interested to see how the whole freestyle aspect of it comes through. Of course, there are no map picks in this tournament, so neither of the players chose this map specifically. But either way, we'll have to see what their strats are. These maps are known in advance to them at least.
Yeah, 20 past the hour means just under 2 minutes, and that was one of my reasons I was really looking forward to this tournament. Is I'm sure there are so many interesting strategies that could be made more mainstream, I guess, but it was like spin restricted, or someone saying that he really wanted to show off this strat, but the spin wasn't right for that. And with this freestyle format, it's a bit easier to engineer yourself the ideal spin if you get the conditions but not assigned to targets. So I mean, it probably would mean the Seeker strat for Marrakesh, but there are obviously other variants and other maps that could be utilized.
Yeah, I think kind of like what we saw in Paris. I think for the most part, Paris is one of those maps where it doesn't make too much of a difference which target you go for which kill. But Marrakesh, I think, is a difference, especially being a dual fortress map. There's a lot of spins where it could be way easier if your kill conditions were switched around for the targets. So I think that's part of where the optimization might come in here, depending on the spin. We'll see in about 15 seconds here.
Yeah, generally this will mean quicker in-game time results for a roulette spin, but this is an RTA tournament, real-time attack, meaning it is so much easier to overthink and be too quick on spins, and we've seen some really entertaining matchups and ones that taking a bit longer than expected. Here is the second spin though, explosive weapon as fortune teller and SMG elimination as console janitor. Well,
yes, that would be any SMG elimination, I would imagine, though I think it's only silent that's legal for the for this tournament. There's no small loud SMGs on this map, so that's what it will be.
Yeah, not too many maps in the trilogy which would allow for loud SMG, loud small SMG anyway. Yeah, very forgiving, at least 3/4 of the way, I guess, because SMG elimination as janitor is very much a gimme, and explosive weapon is of course a silenced remote kill, causing some troubles in Isle of Scale on the last match, but won't really see any vertical sound lures with this skill, and fortune teller will be of course somewhat interesting to see who wants to get it and how fast.
And based on Matty's loadout, we might see a really quick Klaus here if he opts to get him sort of in his office room. Seems like he's set up already here for 220, 230 isolation in the closet, whereas Phanium's going to go ahead and this a medic on the fortune teller.
So the very much quickest way would have been probably to rush Klaus's office as a janitor. I'm not sure if you have the time to do so with this lure, but yeah, as you said, he just wants to get this kill out of the way in the 2.5 minutes mark, and we'll have some time to play around.
Interesting strat here on Phanium's end of standing in the bathroom while this lady yells at him for a minute in-game time. I don't think she'll leave ever unless you get out, so maybe he's hoping he can grab both of them here at the same time.
That is going to be very much difficult, as
and now they're both doing it.
And the fortune teller is not sure if he's sick or not. Of course, he's sick of you being in there, but
yeah, Phanium probably hurting his chances here a good amount of being able to get that 230 isolation on Klaus. He's probably going to be too late at this point.
I think so too. Some other approach will be needed for Klaus then.
So I guess the good part here with this default start approach when you've got a freestyle spin is the fact that it means gives you the option on disguises. So even though both of the kills are equally silent and both of them you're going to bring in with you, it means that you can get the fortune teller kill on Klaus, and that allows you to run out of the consulate in a legal disguise instead of having to do sneaking out and all that stuff.
Yeah, janitor being a very much favored disguise in Marrakesh, unlike the consulate security with all these enforcers, and Phanium gets it done after. Well, I was also expecting the 60-second puking timer to run out, but Phanium has the disguise, and 2.5 minutes into his run, he might not be looking at Klaus cycles anymore, but he's looking towards the coin slot now.
Matty has found the one disguise enforced by Klaus, and yep, there's the issue with that. Gonna have to point a gun on him and be able to get a prompt there, but that was just like the furthest extreme of the head turn range there, wrecking him.
That was the prompt for a bit, but not long enough to actually commit himself to the kill. And
yeah, he was so cautious in trying to avoid a GRB that he GRB'd himself.
Yeah, unfortunately for him it is a bit more waiting with not much action, but of course what it will mean for him is a rock solid kill at 2.5 minutes. Well, I mean rock solid, that SMG elimination being a live kill has that tiny bit of risk which Matty showed now.
And I guess Phanium's best bet here is going to be a chain lure on Klaus as he comes back over this way.
But there is this guard who doesn't look out for.
He can run through that room. The guy in there is not going to enforce.
I think he just noticed that there is no enforcer dot on him. Not on Klaus, but...
Yeah, and Klaus sees that. Fortunately, you can't really just KO him and KO the other guy and then kill Klaus, because there is someone else that walks into this room. But, I mean, that is what he's going for here. And that's got rip automatically by throwing it at him. Oh, actually, he's going for the explosive kill.
But...
I don't know why I thought he...
Yeah. I think it was, kind of improvisation too.
He had a loud explosive, so I thought there was no way he was going for that there, but...
Damn.
Didn't matter anyways with the 180-degree rip there. I had one of those earlier myself.
And with that, Matty in a not quite commanding, but a decent lead of 2 minutes, and of course he has this first kill very much figured out.
Hopefully Phanium can get some better timing here on dealing with this fortune teller at the start.
I would hope that he stays outside the bathroom or just looks for the lady, as Phanium has some issues detonating. I think it's a gun jam or something, or I don't really understand why.
Yeah, Matty doesn't close the door. Oh, and punches him again. I was going to say, Matty doesn't close the door there, so it doesn't open the right way for him. And thought he was going to aim the gun at Klaus and then just max him. Not sure if he knows about that trick to get him to stop moving. Yeah, it really sucks to see. I'm sure Matty playing is pretty frustrated, given that it's kind of just a lot of waiting here that he has to do for that one moment.
Yeah, I guess this one point or one thing he can hope for is that Phanium will have to get through the SMG elimination part, and if it's any sort of trickier than usual, and well, before freestyle you didn't really have the reason to SMG eliminate main targets, so it could be some sort of a challenge for him as well. So Matty will stalk Klaus for the next minute or so again. And Phanium is on a better timing, but it is also way too late for the 2.5 minute mark. I think a general call is that if you hop over this concrete fence at 145 to 150, then you could still catch Klaus most of the time, or it's close but doable. So 207, 208 is going to be too late for him.
And I don't believe he has any sort of seeker. I'm not going to be able to grab him late either.
Phanium is looking at, I guess, just a distraction to turn the military around. Very nicely checking that these two don't react to the explosion. They can if the loud explosive touches the wall or glitches through the wall partially so that the explosion takes out. And it's a last second throw next to the conference room, but also heard by a guard and will be enforced by him.
Yeah, and unfortunately not going to be enforced by Klaus, so there's no peekaboo happening there. I guess he's going to try to look to get him in the bathroom here, but Klaus is really bad about forcing distractions.
Just an enforcer, no peekaboo, but lots of NPCs here, so it's really hard to get him to be the one. Oh, that's at least 4 question marks, as MattySpice gets the SMG elimination kill.
And I mean, even if nobody else hears it, sometimes Klaus will just like yell across the map to somebody that can't even check it out. So I'm not sure what his options are going to be doing that. But yeah, Matty's got a legal disguise and he's going to be headed to get his Reza kill now. But still going to need to grab that fortune teller along the way.
So it was mentioned that people found it strange that Matty didn't smuggle next to the consulate janitor starting location, but I'm fairly sure that this should be a... Well, I think I'm jinxing myself because I was going to say that it should be a agency pickup after all this.
Oh, Phanium, why?
Oh.
There was so much time invested into that run to crowbar that door open without checking out his surroundings there.
Yeah, that's a big one now.
On Matty's end, though, I definitely respect putting the smuggle further away because there's about a 50% chance that if I put my smuggle right next to my start, that I'm going to forget it. So at least now it's along the way.
Also a reason, yeah. I actually thought, looking at the minimap, is that it should maybe be an agency pickup with a briefcase and the emetic device, but that's not the case. So we'll have to be some dart action to get the fortune teller. He's turning back
he's
to...
careful. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, you can crowbar that. You can crowbar the other door as well, but definitely a lockpick is a much better option if that's the route that you want to take, or just a key hacker. I'm not sure what Matty is looking for. Does he? He didn't have an emetic mine at all, did he? I thought he just had a seeker, so he's not looking for a briefcase. Is he looking for an explosive, maybe?
Yeah, I would need to see his inventory. I would imagine that he has a breacher.
He's
His
very
mouse
much
is... Yeah,
studying the map.
mouse is over the briefcase, but that was just coincidence. He's going back to the garage.
There's got to be some hitmaps action going on here, is what I would think. Maybe.
Oh, back to the briefcase. Never mind.
Oh, he does have okay, he does have an emetic mine, so that's what he wanted the briefcase for.
As well as a breaching charge, so just a setback, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, breaching charge I would definitely want to bring in for this spin, but if you did want to use a lot explosive, there are, there are like 6 of them in the school or something like that. There's a lot.
And you just know that collect all 6. You know what I'm going with this, yeah. It will happen.
Yeah. I'll be sure to recommend that one.
Awesome.
Collect 26 loud explosives.
Dismiss 10 soldiers.
Start a dance party.
Hey. Yeah, we could discuss this as both of them were running to places they have already been to.
And it's actually funny to mention that this is basically Berlin roulette on every map. Berlin is in the tourney,
Yeah.
but it does function the same way as it would in standard roulette. Other than, of course, the additional kill condition options, it's the same thing.
And it was a question of, oh my god, Phanium, was a question why at Berlin or why keep Berlin. But I think this increased chance of live kills, I guess, makes it very likely that Berlin would have a good 2 or 3. Phanium just gets the same guy peekaboo twice. That's really risky. And he's kind of in a pickle.
I'm watching chaos on both screens right now. I think it was the Ducker special that he's now emetic both of these people, so they're going to go throw up inside of each other in the Shisha Cafe, and Phanium is knocking out every guard in the map here.
Oh, that is going to be very difficult for Matty. I think when he notices.
With the mirror especially. So there might be a lot of bumping happening, or he might just go for it. I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely too late at this point. And in the box.
Look at that guard running. Why are guards running now? He was running to place the gun.
What is this woman? Why is she up here? What is happening?
We are continuing where we left in Haven, the most ridiculous map in a while. And yeah, the Ducker special, as you called it.
Oh, what? Did Matty just get away with that? Did you see that?
No way, what?
He just subdued the fortune teller while the fortune teller was inside of the other NPC, and she just didn't care.
We had to restart for much less than this, but apparently she's blind.
I mean, like, like with the attic isolation for Victor, when you KO Kurt, sometimes like the edge of his pinky finger goes into Victor's like eyesight and he freaks out, and the same thing for like Stephen Bradley, and somehow that woman didn't see anything.
Wow, apparently it's late for her as well. Just won't question or anything. And Matty is now approaching the school area with a calmer.
And he's definitely in the lead here. Going to be a standard intercom lure, I would imagine, so not much to mess with there.
Matty getting very unlucky on this cycle. Now the shopkeeper will stay here for a minute or so.
And the issue is that if the shopkeeper's the one to report the unconscious body, when the soldier turns around, he's still going to enforce the trespassing zone. So you want to make sure that that doesn't happen.
He really wants to wait this one out. 9 minutes into his run, finally got out of the school, got away with murder, or well, subduing the fortune teller. Now's the time with no other NPCs in sight.
It's interesting. I guess he's going to trank both of them here. He waits for the guy to turn around, and then he's got that. Looks like maybe an SMG for these doors here.
Yeah, seems like that will work. And well, from here it's very much the known, or like how we know to play roulette, making it
hopefully no insane truck key grabs here, and he is watching out for this roaming soldier as well.
He's fine, and now the guard will take the annoying spot, and now the guards will start to be found, but of course leaving the area won't be an issue because he can just take the elite soldier after the kill.
And we see on Phanium's end 6:45, and still waiting on Klaus's second cycle here at about 7:30, and that'll get him his fortune teller kill.
People worried about the wrong combination, but Phanium should also have the the breacher here, right?
Hopefully, it seemed like he wanted to use the loud explosive in the last time that he went for the kill, but I'm not sure if that was just because the run was already done at that point. But Matty's set up here with the breacher, and he's got the second kill.
No question marks anywhere.
Good thing the soldier wasn't looking through the door at that point.
Starting a bit of a whoosh, and indeed a bigger one, but going to get this nunchuck pass in disguise, and MattySpice will tie this up in all likelihood.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head to the default exit, looks like. As Phanium comes up here on the Klaus kill, I guess we'll see if that would have been the correct kill.
Yeah, I wonder if MattySpice will win by 5 minutes or 10 minutes, if this has to be a restart. At least Phanium gets a try at a kill.
He's got the loud explosive.
He has the duck as well as the explosive, but I think it's a concussion duck.
I
to
do
blow up
have
the scooter.
the done here from MattySpice, so that'll be an accepted win. We've got the 5-star SA screen there.
And we have the 1-all result.
And then, of course, looking forward, we'll set up for map 3, which is going to be Santa Fortuna. I don't know if there's been one other than the one that I played. I've been pretty busy today, but it's a very interesting map for this mode, that's for sure.
Yeah, yours was the one Santa Fortuna so far, so it is number 2, and also third map of a match. This also means that we are going to Haven after this, which I mean, I really won't forget this Chrome Rocky map 3 for a long time. And yeah, as mentioned before, should both players take 1 point each, then the Berlin Roulette tournament will end in Berlin, or at least this match. And that's where everyone could get their 4-hour predictions in. I see some are hoping for that. I'm not.
Fair enough.
It is 45 past the hour for Santa Fortuna, and
just a quick 2 a.m. cast for fun here.
Yeah, you know. I guess I can
see. Yeah. And kills on Santa Fortuna are pretty standard. Just fire and consumed poison. And I'm very scared to refresh this admin page because I do not want to mess this up, but it is not loading.
I'm scared of Crudy having to add some fixes.
Let's roll the dice here. Let's see if this works. Oh, yep, it's good. Okay.
Nice.
Hopefully the spin sense. Yeah, this all looks legal to me.
So you said that Santa Fortuna is an interesting map for freestyle. I assume that it's the way you did it is it was a quick Andrea kill was the key, right? And then of course the submarine lure for Rico, but did you just look at which condition was best for Andrea or just in general?
I mean, the key, like for Santa Fortuna, like for the most part in Roulette Rivals at least, is all about your isolations, right? Because all of the targets, I mean, Rico or Jorge's pretty standard, but all the targets can be annoying to deal with because of cycles and stuff like that. So given that you can assign your kills to targets, what you want to try to do is make sure that you don't have to isolate and then run back across the map. So obviously everybody thinks of like doing mansion staff start or submarine start for the isolations and everything. And I figured if I can choose who I kill with what, I might as well just try to make it so I don't have to actually isolate anybody. And that's kind of just what I tried to do. I wasn't even really planning on doing submarine lure. I was going to get Rico in his office, and then I was about to kill Andrea, and I was like, wait a minute, I can just go through the basement. So that's what I did.
It was a very forgiving disguise to do that. You were allowed right next to the dimension area, so it's a very nice isolation for sure.
And but yeah, I think, you know, obviously there's some spins where you're going to have all three disguises on one side of the map, and it's like not a whole lot you can do there, but there's definitely a lot of room for optimization. Same thing with, you know, kind of all the big 5 maps, except for, of course, Berlin, because it's kind of the same sort of format. But
yeah, Berlin should have, after what is like a mandatory 3 life kills to actually add some spice to it. But
I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
to make it something new.
All right, well, I've got the spin here, sending out now, and send it did. I can go ahead and read it out here. It's going to be Silent Shotgun as Elite Guard, Cleaver any method as a submarine crew, and Neck Snap as Shaman. So pretty forgiving kill methods here. I mean, you know, Cleaver, obviously the best ones. I don't know if there's even more than 2, but those are going to be in the village and in the villa. And then, you know, there's Neck Snap, and then Silent Shotgun. Loadout wise, the rest of the spin is pretty forgiving, so not too big of a deal to have to bring that one in.
It's probably just long to include the shaman in this run, because it doesn't feel like you would be best off starting there, so it would just be a get to the shaman area and leave the shaman area. So
yeah, so Phanium's going to start submarine crew, and meanwhile Matty's going for the tried and tested mansion staff. So I guess the problem submarine crew, at least, is that the kill method makes it a little bit annoying. You can't really get Rico there right at the start because it's going to be a bit of a detour in order to get that cleaver. But of course you can come back whenever you want. He's coming up this way, so might be looking to get that elite guard kill on Rico, but again, that is going to require another item in the silent shotgun.
I really don't see. Maybe it's merged with the N sign, so north to the north side compared to Phanium, so it would be maybe construction area. No, it's to the right of him, so it's Cocofield agency pickup. For that silent shotgun, it will take a bit to get there, but I also didn't take the elite guard disguise, just going to clear out this area with the mentioned guard.
And we're going to see a manual KO on Rico here from Phanium as he comes through the hippo area. Well, we're going to get ripped by the guard doing a 180 there, but yeah, that would mean that he would miss being able to get Andrea straight away. So that would be a 530 isolation there. I wonder, because you're thinking that way, you're going to try to get Rico, go over to Jorge, and then be able to make it back for Andrea in time for that 530 isolation. So we have to see if that's his plan, how well that works out for him.
Matty has been spending quite some time setting up Rico. At one point, I was sure that he will get caught by this roaming mentioned guard, but it's not the case, and he will jack him even further down the way. No loud kills here, so it's not for soundproofness. I think he just wants to be really safe with this one, and he's now all the way closer to an elite guard. So we could see the silent shot he killed if it was any close. I think for him the agency pickup though is the construction area at the main start.
Yeah, I'd have to. I'm not sure what direction he's facing, so it's harder for me to tell, but that would make sense, considering it's a little closer to him. Fortunately, not really a briefcase smuggle that you can stick in the villa grounds.
It's of course the elite guard and the submarine crew are close by, but it's not a disguise you often take from here. Maybe he's just sneaking by to get the submarine crew first. He's looking for this double KO would be.
Oh my god, non-target kill from the neck snap and KO prompt being exactly the same.
Oh my god.
That is something I haven't had in a long time. But yeah, thankfully they do not give you the option to customize those keybinds, so you're kind of stuck with it being a possibility.
It's all the more cruel, yeah. It's really methodical in these first few minutes, but has to restart now and probably do the same actually, just be a bit quicker with this isolation. But I think now he knows that how he wants to get these guys.
Phanium's going to go ahead and grab this cleaver, as I would expect. And that'll get him running back over to Rico in the hippo area, and then hopefully getting that first kill down for him.
Yeah, that will be one, and judging by the remaining kills and of course the agency pickup for Phanium, will be a Jorge silenced shotgun. And because he did the... Yeah, well, that's also an answer, but he did the sub manually, so he didn't have a silenced pistol, but instead a seeker, so it will be seeker strats for Jorge. Phanium finds the right disguise and gets his first kill at 3 minutes.
I was going to say, I hope Phanium does have an emetic of some sort on him, because otherwise the timing on Jorge's cycle is going to be a decent inconvenience. I mean, there is the fact that you're allowed in the coca fields as the elite guard, but they blast the door open with a loud SMG there. I'm sure that was not entirely intentional, but we'll see.
It's going to use a snail here. Not sure if that was... Oh my god, that's amazing. He gets the KO this way.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's kind of like the poison is instant, even though it doesn't seem like it. So all it takes is like that tiniest little bit of them being in it. And this is an interesting elite guard disguise. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, it works perfectly, and I think he was the only one to react, or his partner won't go all the way here. And even so, it's a jank, and they won't figure out where Rico would be or any of those bodies. So, close one.
Another restart for Matty. Still sticking around the beginning here. Just trying to get this early Rico kill. Meanwhile, Phanium's looking for Jorge. He's already 4 minutes 20, so if he's able to get this Jorge kill pretty quickly, he shouldn't have much of an issue getting Andrea sort of like in the meeting room. And then it would be a quick run for the shaman. But obviously you would want to try to get that on the way if possible.
At least the Jorge part won't take long. He's in perfect position for a seeker, and to the forgiving bathroom. Can also carry the shotgun. Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's probably going to be a 3-shot on the camera if I had to guess. But he's out of there, and hopefully that panic doesn't really go anywhere. And doesn't get spotted by that other camera anyways.
Guards are doing their job perfectly and blocking Jorge from the seeker shot, but 47 just tries from a different angle and makes Jorge sick. Matty gets the isolation at least.
This is going to be interesting because I think Phanium's going to try to get Andrea in the meeting room. So I'm just imagining the scenario where he starts a panic, deleting the evidence, and then that body gets found. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, far from over here, but can go for the disguise now and get spotted again by a tiny margin of the camera. Of course, doesn't matter in roulette.
Got both streams buffering at the same time here.
Welcome to my life. I've been behind the co-caster all day for like 4 hours now.
Thankfully, Phanium is currently streaming in 5 pixels right now, so
not much to call there.
So Phanium's gonna get doesn't have any sort of sedatives for this shaman grab, and they are generally pretty clueless. But you do want to make sure to hide those bodies in some way because the roaming street soldiers. And another rip there for Matty on these 2 elite guards here.
Oh, same spot, different angles. And it was heavily buffering. I think we could showcase that they are really deaf here. I think that was really close to them, but still no reaction. Phanium will risk it. Could it be... it's probably not proxy conversation related, but I do know of rips at around 9 minutes here, 9-10 minutes.
Yeah, he might be fine, he might not. I guess we'll have to see based on the NPC positioning. Shaggy was kind of hugged up against the wall there, so might be out of sight lines, but sprinting over to Andrea here to hope they get that good timing. And I think if I can make out her shape, she's headed to the meeting room right now, so that's a good bet for him there on that isolation. And just a neck snap, so nothing to grab.
Yeah, she's just in position now, perfectly done. Of course, if he's a minute later, then the spin is not just a minute longer, but there's no ifs or buts. Phanium will get the next snap, gets back to yellow guns, and he needs to take care of the evidence. And I think he's considering the options that this might be panicky, and will hide these 2 bodies very nicely.
Great idea to play it safe there. And I mean, he's not trespassing. Of course, there's going to be some enforcers. That'll make it a little bit better for him. Is he going to opt for the loud SMG here?
Doesn't have anything else. Distraction.
Okay.
Clear out.
I guess I didn't consider that he would be allowed inside this room as well.
He has 1 seeker to shoot, and
wow, a seeker. Okay.
I guess that makes it a manual evidence deletion, which I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've done that in bingo, and that's about it.
Yeah, the 2022 trends include manually erasing the evidence during Providence events, because then now Phanium is the second one to do so. And back to green guns, and I guess it will be a small scare until the exit with the HITMAN, the shaman being found.
And we will have to see. Once I get that 5-star screen, I'll be able to send that through. But MattySpice still there. Sort of early parts in the spin, unfortunately, wasn't able to get the ball rolling on those next few target isolations. But that is an SA finish from Phanium, so it's going to be a map win there.
And Phanium takes the lead again, going from
Haven Island.
Yeah, Season 2 Big 5 to Season 2 Big 5. There are more abbreviations that I don't get. I know the chat was talking about some, which I just won't spell out. Phanium is not happy with his game so far. Well, not happy with his HITMAN 3 client. I don't think he can be complaining about his gameplay a lot.
So I'll do about 3.5 minutes here on this next map. And this is match point for Phanium, but of course after that there's the potential for a no time limit decider.
Yeah,
2-2
I think it's
happens.
Oh, 2 past the hour then.
Oh my goodness. 52. Yeah, real funny, Phanium. Yeah.
It's a Phanium match, so we might see some 50-minute delays between maps.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just delete Phanium's message real quick. Nobody saw that. Uh-oh. Alright, anything too much different on Haven? Looks like just consume poison and fire. Consume poison, of course, can be legal on Ludmilla normally, but other than that, pretty standard stuff.
Fall not being illegal means might see it as a potential condition, and I know you would be a big advocate for Stephen Fall, especially after Ludmilla Fall being allowed at some point recently.
Yeah, Stephen Fall, I think in here and in RR, I've said is kind of like the only kill I think should ever be made legal again, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's not terribly different. I would assume it would be some action around the private island and shallow water. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Of course, the server lore, you can dump him over the railing.
Yeah, it's kind of just, it's the server lure, and yeah, I think, as far as I know, all of the shallow water in the map has dump prompts. But it is an option here if they do get a generic fall kill. Haven't seen much in the way of accident kills so far, generally speaking, but some of them can be much easier on some targets than others.
Yeah, probably for Haven, it would be the biggest question. At this point, I'm just repeating my lines from a couple hours earlier, but probably the biggest question is if you can get a Villa disguise out of the 3 chances, and then if you do, you got your Tyson kill and just go from there.
Yeah, Haven Island was one where learning the map, I was like, there's all these options, and then I realized that it's like, oh wait, I kind of just start Villa for every single spin for the most part.
Yeah, it's funny because you are meant to vary your strats more, but it's actually making one even more viable.
Indeed it is. It's a very great isolation. Don't have to worry about any timings really for the rest of the spin for the most part, but we will see. The spin is going live now, if you'd like to read it out for us.
I sure will, and I am seeing a Villa disguise, but first it is Silence Pistol as personal trainer, Silence Sniper Rifle as resort staff, and Falling Object as Villa Guard. It is Villa Guard, but it is a fancy accident, which would even work for Tyson.
I apologize for traumatizing you there with the falling out. Or was that you? Or was that Yanini? I can't remember.
It was me among with others. There is like a club now. I think there's multiple matches where Tyson Falling Object, and actually the disguise was the same. It was the GOAT captain. So yeah, that was great times. It is Villa Guard, and since then I have learned a couple Falling Object ways for Tyson, including the one without loadout. Just placing the car bomb in a way in the jacuzzi room that it makes the lamp drop about the jacuzzi.
Yeah, there's some other maps that have chandeliers that are similar to that, where they'll kill even if they break, and it seems that might be what Phanium's going for here. But yeah, of course, Falling Object is now proven to be InfoFun's greatest enemy in Roulette, fortunately. But yeah, Falling Object is an option for all targets equally if you use the server lure. But other than that, I would say Tyson is definitely going to be the easiest one for that. I mean, it depends on the spin, right? Like there's some cases where you don't really have to do much work to get Steven underneath one, but considering it's Villa Guard, looks like he just wants to get that done early.
worth mentioning that despite, I think, Ludmilla falling object is an illegal but not impossible condition in RR. It is actually allowed here, so I guess it's a bit more lenient with 3+ targets.
There are a good number of coconuts on the map, but it's kind of just like, in terms of standard roulette rivals, it's just like a boring amount of NPC manipulation that you have to do to get it reliable.
For sure.
But yeah, obviously server speakers as well. And I'm kind of surprised actually to see neither player starts personal trainer. Matty's actually opting for probably the quick double isolation on Ludmilla and Steven. But missing a secret dart, he needs both of those for those 2 targets.
Yeah, he knows, and he restarts.
Fortunately, of course, Silence Pistol is on the map. Silent Sniper Rifle is just what you've got to bring in there, but yeah, personal trainer is kind of notoriously annoying. And wow, Phanium actually gets away with that and is actually going to be able to run out as the personal guard panics. I'm not sure he realized that he was going to be trespassing there, but somehow gets it.
That was a very suspicious action, and I think it was, well, of course, the reason the body was found so early is, I think the first thing is that almost got spotted by the bodyguard, and he probably turned around and maybe even heard Tyson, but yeah, Finney wasn't spotted, and that's a very nice first kill.
And Matty gets wrecked there by a thing you get sometimes when you shoot a dart gun and you get a full whoosh, but you don't rip. And that was a lockdown on Ludmilla because of that, even though he did hit the dart shot.
Good explanation by Crudy that, of course, it's a legal condition on. It's obviously a legal condition and it's viable on 2 targets, and it's not impossible on the 3rd one. So I think it's another good aspect that we see some extra conditions in these 3, 4, 5 target maps.
Yeah, you definitely. It's funny to say that you've got those options when previously in roulette they were banned for all 3 targets, and now we're talking about all these options that you have.
Yeah, evolution of roulette, I suppose.
But yeah, the Tyson thing was kind of just, it was legal, and I was like, I wonder if this works, and it did. And just like, nobody had bothered to look because it was never legal, so we didn't need to.
Yeah.
So yeah, MattySpice has got this Ludmilla isolation, and he's worried about this body getting found at some point through a wall or something.
Yeah.
As you can expect in Haven, so there it goes.
Worried for all the good reasons.
And resort staff, I guess there's the 2 that are in the far hut.
Ooh, or you can just Phanium.
Back later. Is that the personal trainer situation going on in that little room?
Yeah, you mentioned the fact that they could have started as personal trainer. Yeah, it's very interesting that 2 different styles, but neither are at a PT.
Yeah, I think that's, if I'm not starting there, I think that's absolutely a remote medic or something of the sort for that one. Obviously you can banana him and stuff. I just don't feel like messing with it when it's not at the start of the spin. But we do see the sniper rifle kill there done on Ludmilla. He's just got this body if he wants to put it away. On
looking at it, and yeah, we'll check it. And
still got time to get Steven as well.
Yeah, plenty of good timing. Phanium is, I think, too early because the bodyguard was still, the Villa guard was still looking towards the jacuzzi. It's a restart for him, and now a 2.5 minute lead for Matty and Von kill with the 2nd isolation coming soon.
I guess, especially if you plan on doing the jacuzzi lure for Tyson, given the disguise and everything, you're really not missing out on anything by doing that kill last. It just kind of depends on what route you wind up taking, and I think they can both work just as well.
I'm looking for the trainer. I wonder what items he has for this. He's looking for angles to shoot a dart. He's avoiding the personal trainer a lot, but he's also getting a bit late. Well, no, never mind, it's still a minute early. Misread the timer, of course. Steven is still viable for a while.
Definitely got to play it safe here with the strainer 4 minutes into the spin. And I've never been in this room before, so I guess we'll see if he wants to use it, what the wall hack potential might end up being, but there's a woman in there.
And she
Ooh,
saw something, perhaps. That was absolutely too risky for this after all this setup. Why? But green guns
that's one of those.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like when guards are dragging the body, and it's like you got to play guess the view cone of like if they're gonna see you or not.
Yeah, he spun the roulette wheel and ended up for red.
It's funny. I think I kind of relate to Matty in the sense that he plays so cautiously and then just takes the risks anyways. I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, solid play so far. He's also letting Matty do no prompt.
The mirror. Yeah. Even without the mirror, that was a little sketchy. But Phanium's headed out of the villa. Tyson not currently dead, and I did not see if he set that up or not. Is he gonna snipe? That'd be nice. If he can see it from here.
There are angles.
I would imagine he can, because he can see Tyson pretty well.
These trees are one of those, and with sniper it's a very good shot. You could also take it from near the hatchet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very nice. I did not have enough pixels there, but I could see it in instinct.
Thank God for the sniper kill, otherwise the silence pistol we couldn't even verify.
I am stealing that for sure. Something like a resort staff, a waiter kill there, that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, plenty of time to get a disguise. Tyson lays down for a good 2-3 minutes at least.
Yeah, I think I timed it once and it was way longer than I expected it to be, so definitely a lot of leeway. Something like 4 minutes if you start the jacuzzi as early as possible.
Yeah, and then including him cycling back, which is a nice trigger that you sometimes know that the jacuzzi is done, is even after both NPCs looking over it is KO'd or dead.
And Phanium's back in the dreaded gym area. Let's see what he's got here. Well, he does get the personal trainer, but of course that guy will roam in here eventually.
Yeah, very risky area indeed.
That bumps that guy even. Yeah, that's an eliminate prompt. He's gonna have to deal with this guy somehow. I don't think he was expecting that eliminate prompt. Yeah, I definitely don't know about this guy getting KO'd over here. And he also enforces the personal trainer, which is very interesting.
Oh, and gets really close there.
Snail even. I don't think anybody saw him throw that. But he's not going to have the best time setting up a banana here. That stale's not going to really solve his problems either, because as soon as that explodes, somebody's going to go investigate. And yep, he's got this woman that comes over here. Is he going to knock her out too? Oh no.
It's getting really complicated, and This is
And
just,
now there's an actual body out.
well, uh, I think two more NPCs remain in the gym area, or at least the central room. It's not even that far away from a complete ISO as Steven finishes the puking animation, I believe. No, it
Phanium's
was just
actually.
towards the end.
Does he get the? Yeah, there you go. Just make sure. Yeah, that's the right kill. He's definitely playing Cycle Roulette with the NPCs in that gem. I had absolutely no idea if that body will ever get found, so we will see. But yeah, just Ludmilla now he has Resort Staff left with a sniper rifle, which I would hope is in his hand right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess now it depends on that lady when she finishes the is the bicycle part of the cycle. I mean, it's so far so good, but it's just crazy to leave bodies there. Might just work out.
I mean, in a roulette spin, you never want to spend half of your time. That's the thought in the back of your head. It's like you can rip at any point. I mean, there's a chance Phanium knows that that's safe, but it seems pretty improv. And yeah, there's a target lockdown there. He was not watching for the gun flash there on the guard. So, she should lock down. I thought she locked down into the little room with the ice machine, but I guess not.
I think it's going to be the women's bathroom, or it's the one I've seen last time.
Okay, what is she doing? Oh, and compromised. Yeah, they
Men's
saw him.
Oh,
They saw him after the same guard that gun flashed him saw him again, and that triggered the compromise there.
that is. He would have so deserved the green gun finish after what he's done in the gym, but now it has to be start from scratch.
And to see Matty, I think, go for this same attempt on the personal trainer, it's really sketchy.
And it was sketchy indeed. It's another restart after. Well, it is a GRB side kill, but also the mirrors being the main issue of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to see going for melee KOs when you're trying to do the personal trainer grab, especially when you've got, assuming you grab the free pistol, you've got, of course, you're going to want to bring in a Seeker, and then you've got 2 slots open to bring, a snail and a medic, whatever you can try to think of, and bananas as well.
Phanium using the banana on the Villa Guard, which will be found as soon as Tyson arrives, although waits for the disguise. It's probably what he has done in previous runs, but didn't really take note of that. Body already found. Sorry?
It's just obviously hilarious to see an NPC slip on a banana. And yeah, I guess that would be smuggled down there off to the left.
We wanted to dodge that NPC, but he has to go the long way around. Not sure if... Yeah, surely he turned on the jacuzzi. I mean, he did every preparation.
Guess we'll see when he turns to look at Tyson. As
he's changing.
MattySpice gets the kleptomaniac challenge for the 100th time.
Probably the key to victory is finishing the challenge and then restarting.
Very funny. The key to victory. That was a good one.
Imagine that was intentional.
Even the Europeans can be funny sometimes, guys.
We try so hard.
I guess I actually never noticed. I got a double USA map. If only I could be so lucky with time zones.
I'm sure we'll find a match for you to play at 56 a.m. On the Saturday, Sunday.
Well, I've got either Speedster, who's in the US, or Randy, who's generally pretty forgiving. So
he won't forgive you.
Phanium killed down, so he did have that set up well enough, and Matty is looking like he's got his Ludmilla coat ready to go in just a second. So that'll be 1-all on opposite sides of the map. Hopefully, I'm really hoping Phanium does something different here.
It's a bit worrisome because he can't use the banana, because now it has been used on the Villa Guard, unless there's a second one somewhere. I'm sure there are more than 2 bananas. I'm just not sure if he routed towards another one.
I mean, there's the one in the server area, and there's the one in the restaurant and the villa. Those are the only 3 that I know of.
That's already one more than I could have listed, so I don't think he picked up any of those, which means there's still the snail, and there is still, well, whatever he has done in the previous run.
I mean, I think he was just betting too hard on that prompt being not an eliminate. So if he just gets the trainer in here, he can just drop the snail and then grab the disguise and run out.
Yeah, snail in hand. Looking promising for that second disguise.
Oh, what? Phanium, why? Phanium. Phanium.
This is just reaching the same destination. Like,
Chad, I'm so sorry I had to tempt you with saying he would use the snail on the trainer.
Yeah, little did we know.
I completely ignored it, and it's now gone off on nobody because he triggered it himself.
Yeah.
It's not going to hit anyone, unfortunately. And I think he's already KO'd the trainer, if I saw.
Yes. Or is there no one in the room? Because I don't see the ...
Chat's going crazy.
This is...
I need more pixels, Phanium, please. No, I don't think he's KO'd in there. Yeah, there he is. He's right outside.
This is a very European chat who wants to sleep at this hour, so generally rooting for Phanium to take this in 4.
Thanks for stopping in, Joker. With that last comment.
Coward. Not even waiting it out the full 4 hours.
Yeah, we've all been there as viewers. But Matty's got Steven isolated already, just hasn't gotten the disguise. I'm thinking he drags him into this room. He might be going for an emetic on the trainer.
He was very cautious to not waste a dart on anyone. So Ludmilla got one and Steven got one. But I'm not sure if he had a second dart gun, which would allow him to get, of course, one more emetic dart. And there's, of course, the mine.
He did start suit, so he could have 2 dart guns and a sniper. And he does have an extra seeker dart. He just needs to find an angle on it. There's a lot of eyes, but nobody really looks where he is right now. And that door opened just in time for him to get the shot. So he should have it once, he finishes investigating at least. Hopefully he didn't eat it.
Yeah. And he's not a Sapiens a guard or from Chongqing. Phanium with this. It's a crime noticed by this civilian. Oh my god, the proximity gold mine will advance to quarterfinal number 3.
Personal trainer final boss. I guess that's not the most original thing to say about Haven Island. It is a fairly annoying disguise. As a unique one, at least. But yeah, he should go on Matty's end. He should go to the bathroom that Steven normally takes. And that'll be an easy disguise grab there. It just depends on where his sniper is. I'm not seeing a smuggle on the map, so briefcase is somewhere. And
Steven was checked away to the second stall, so unless there is something new in terms of wall hacks, should be a nice KO, disguise grab, and yeah, we'll see about that kill.
So I guess that I mean, I guess we've known now, but it is confirmed that he's definitely going for the falling object kill on Tyson. And he's actually just going to run straight over now and take care of that. I'm still wondering where that sniper's at for him.
Yeah, I sure hope that he has already touched it, which would mean shark cut. Maybe he just picked it up and dropped it.
I think that would make sense, because I think I remember seeing an extra briefcase around there earlier in his run, but we'll see. But if he is going for the jacuzzi on Tyson, that's kind of one that you can do at any time.
Okay,
that evidence shot there was a little sketchy.
Also, I completely misread the kills. It is a silence pistol personal trainer that's remaining for him, so he had to come to the villa to get the silence pistol.
Okay, yeah, I had those mixed around as well, but I do know that he did have the briefcase with him when he got Ludmilla. So
Yeah, and the sniper is
I guess I could go back. Guess I could go back and verify the kill real quick.
Please do keep us here for an extra couple of minutes.
Yeah, it surprises me then, though. I guess he hasn't been over here yet, which is the reason why he didn't have the pistol with him already. But yeah, he's just picked that up and shot the evidence. I was worried about that evidence shot because, I mean, it's happened on my stream before where that guy gets psychic compromised. So.
And we did not see, sadly, the Phanium ripped. He went offline for me even a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I was concerned about a crash there, but there's no way he would have been back already. So some sort of rip there.
And MattySpice's first appearance in the jacuzzi room. It is very crucial for him to get this one right. I think he will wait for the Villa guard to turn away or turn around. That's a long enough cycle to get rid of the tech crew lady, although he is looking at some other item throws. Maybe wants to.
Yes, I can confirm that he did the right kill earlier. If he hadn't, I don't know what I would do at that point, considering that's kind of my job. But we're good. But yeah, he's playing it. Matty's definitely playing it safe here with this roaming guy. He wants to grab the screwdriver, or I mean, he could just have a screwdriver. He just needs to get this woman out of the way, but doesn't have it. There is one in the theater room if he wants to grab that.
Oh, of course, she carries the one. It's basically free, or I consider it free because you always get it with the KO. And yeah, on Phanium's side, I think the screwdriver is there after the KO. And yeah, MattySpice will be looking for the other one.
That's going to be a Hitmaps classic there. And looks like he's got it. Just doesn't want to deal with potential for ripping on knocking out the woman this far into the run. It's unknowingly a pretty great decision considering he's about 6.5 minutes ahead on in-game time.
Screwdriver in hand, and whatever that last lure was, very, very...
The woman's back.
Yeah, it takes too long, but just need to make that miracle lure again, or just do that, which...
And he does opt for the KOs here, even so, and that's a rip. Oh, Matty, why? Can't KO people on this map, Matty. I don't know who it was. Oh, it was the guy that leans against the wall on the opposite diagonal. Okay. No, that guy's still... Oh, it was his personal bodyguard. That's interesting.
Hey, Matty. Yeah, very appropriate reaction. I feel the same way.
Smiley face. Yeah, I don't even know where Tyson was at that point for the bodyguard to see that, but I was He grabbed the screwdriver even. He got the woman out of the way. I was like, he's just going to turn on the Juku. Because both of those NPCs will leave if you turn it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of the walls in the jacuzzi room are completely see-through, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking how many walls was that? But several, 3, 4, 5.
And the PT saga continues here with Phanium. Checking our timer, we've got about 17 minutes left in the spin. I guess I wouldn't complain to see Berlin, but I would because I have plans after this. So,
getting to the point when it's late for Americans. I mean, it's only been 1.5 hours, but I think for me the craziest part is that this corner is not see-through. They like no one from the island randomly sees them.
Okay.
So these were...
Yeah, put this one down in the yearbooks. Phanium has got the new personal trainer isolation, no loadout.
Sponsored by Red Fox.
Sponsored by Red Fox. That's hilarious. Yeah, I guess. Anybody else see that waiter strat that he showed on Sapienza?
Yeah, so first step, you just shoot 10 times and panic the map, and then you get the disguise.
And then just change in the middle of the... I mean, why didn't I think of that? So it's interesting. Phanium gets the right kill on Steven there, the right combination, but as we see on the top left, Tyson is still alive. So he didn't get that kill at the start this time, whether that was intentional or not. But he's lining up a seeker shot, so that's not going to be his Ludmilla kill. And no white dots on his map, so he's good.
And I think Tyson is still like laying down in the jacuzzi, but it's getting to the end of his cycle.
Yeah, that's I guess maybe he's run the spin a few times. Maybe he was confident in that. But
Pidgey says that he was delayed for a bit because he saw Cornered Body. It would have been the Villa Guard, so we just wanted to get Steven.
I was going to say, I imagine he did that lure as quickly as he could. And like I said, I thought it was around 5 minutes that he started to head out. But that would make sense with Panic being around a 1.5-minute delay in the cycle. And Phanium's going to use Sedative for these two disguises. You can get wall hacked in this room, so thoughts and prayers.
Of course, the two for Phanium are far away from each other, but the snail raid is just so busted. However, there is an NPC reacting with a question mark and seeing the body.
That is not who I expected to see that, but yeah, he is careful about it and grabbed this Ludmilla kill, and that's about 7 minutes. Pretty good in-game time. Please, Phanium, please don't do this to me right now.
Yeah, that's not really allowed, but can't really reject either. Turning them away, okay, that's green gun body found. And he is actually flexing to get this one out actually later than in a regular way.
Why would you do the kill from outside? Why? Okay, he's got it, I guess. I feel like that was so unnecessary, but
yeah, it was necessary.
It was a green gunless exit. I'll be interested to hear the reasoning on that one in that matchup. That was quite the haven. And yeah, that's 5 stars. I will send the win for Phanium, and that means he takes the match 3-1. And so we'll see soon how that works out for the brackets.
Well, this is going into my Haven compilation as well, just like Rocky versus Chromax from a couple hours ago. It has been a spectacular last couple of matches, but also an incredible day number 1 of Roulette Freestyle. So see the brackets now with 4 round 1 matches completed, 4 already scheduled, and we can see that Phanium is the winner of match 1.5, so it is the 5th one in round 1, and he will play the winner of Pijero versus Mika. And yeah, nice roundup of the first day, 4 people advancing already, and no one has an opponent just yet, which will be decided mostly tomorrow. And well, as for our co-caster, he needs to wait until the last possible moment. As per usual, it will be Spitzer or Randy for him.
Always.
Let's keep it short, and because I know people got things to do, as in sleep. 4 matches scheduled, but 3 of them will be tomorrow, 1500 CEST, 3 p.m. So it is 9 a.m. Eastern time for the first match, Blythe versus Joker, and then at 8 and 10 p.m. is Central European time is Luis versus Mikolar, and then Pijero versus Mika. Another very busy day, but after that we'll be almost halfway through the tournament after just 2 days. So I think this is a good thing to end on. GG's to Phanium and Matty, of course. Thanks for playing both. Thank you, ChrisX3, for adminning and co-casting this one.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a great tournament so far, and lots more to see tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. But until then, thank you everyone for watching, and good night.